I've been falling asleep watching these videos about fucking space, and I always have like these really cool space dreams, and
That's pretty sweet.
it's like I'm having guided dreams because I've gotten into all of these YouTube videos about black holes and quasars and dark matter and quantum mechanics and now every night when I go to sleep, I click one of those YouTube videos and it just feeds into the next one. You know how YouTube is.
Yeah.
And so I'll just wake up at 4 a.m. covered in sweat, like the ship crashed, like having a fucking meltdown. I woke up the other night and I was fucking terrified because I was having a dream that I was slipping into the event horizon of a goddamn black hole. Like we're trying to get the systems back online and we're just tumbling into a black hole, into oblivion. And I wake up and I'm like, the fuck was that? And I look at the TV and the guy's like, that's right. Inside the black hole is limitless. And I'm just like, oh my God, what the fuck? All right, we gotta change to something else. This is too much. This is too heavy.
Let's just listen to some good old fashioned ASMR.
Not Taylor's.
You guys have nightmares as well?
Yeah, not my ASMR.
Taylor, do you and Woody both have nightmares too?
No, I really rarely have a nightmare. Like most of my dreams
Almost
are just
never.
stupid.
No, every night.
Every night you have a nightmare?
Oh yeah.
Most of them are about prison. You know, actually, the only reason Kyle was able to survive prison is because of 60 days of semen retention.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
I was focusing my chi to a level that they were.
His skin was amazing. We wouldn't fuck with him.
The last one that I'll have that like freaks me out, and I've had this probably a dozen times now in the last 7-8 years, is that I'll wake up and still be like, oh my God, it's the end of the semester and you were enrolled in a math class and you didn't go to anything. And then like I'll be getting in the shower and be like, wait a minute, you're 28. You didn't take math. And
I'll have a nightmare that I'm not even at the right school. Like I'm trying to get in.
You're not even fucking close. You're at Georgia.
Like I'm there and I'm like, it's finals and it's calculus. And I'm like, I don't remember taking a day of calculus, and I don't recognize any of these fucking people in here. Where is? And I'm sitting there, and they're fucking passing scantrons out, and I just really fucking like stressed out when those happen. And I have so many of those. I have one of those.
I had reverse nightmares coming out of graduate school. When I finished graduate school and did streaming as a full-time thing, occasionally I'd wake up feeling like that, like kind of what you're experiencing, but slightly different, right? I'd wake up thinking like, fuck, I got this huge fucking paper due, and like, you know, it's this really important thing and blah blah blah, and I gotta be working on it and I'm behind, I gotta get up. And then I wake up, and then as you do that conscious thing where you kind of wake up and you're like, nope, I quit, I'm done. I had to get up and play some fucking Civ 5 this morning.
I've had the school
Tough
one
life.
a bunch of times and it always follows the same pattern. There's like some sort of schedule fuck up on my part, right? Like maybe the schedule had 2 pages, maybe I just didn't read it properly, but 5 weeks in I've realized there's a class I've been skipping for 5 weeks now.
Yep.
And now it's fucking go time. I am going to attempt to catch up to a collegiate course that I've missed for 5 weeks. I'm gonna catch the class and somehow make a go out of this. And I need to fool the teacher into thinking I know more than I know, and that's the nightmare. That's the one that I get.
I did.
You wake up screaming a lot.
No. And another thing, if it's a different nightmare, like, you know, the random ones or the ones that are YouTube induced like Kyle has, I wake up and it's incredibly interesting to me. I remember everything about it and I can't wait to tell somebody. Within an hour, it's like I lost it entirely. All of it's gone.
But telling people dreams is literally the worst experience for that person to be the recipient of.
Oh,
There's almost
she's
nothing
very lucky.
Yeah.
What is Dennis saying? It's always sunny, where he's like, a dream is like a photo album. Unless I'm in it or someone's having sex, I don't care.
That's pretty close. It's just because it's like, I did these crazy things and I was a crazy different person. There are crazy people in it. And you're like, but none of it's real. And as the recipient of that, you're like, I don't care.
I did that class thing in real life. My senior year of college, I had a high level finance class that I was in, and it wasn't even that high level. It was pretty fucking easy. Like I went in, saw the syllabus on the first day, was like, all right, hunky dory, this shouldn't be that bad. Mm-hmm. Go in, and in my head, because you know syllabus week stuff gets mixed up. You're like, this class counts for attendance, this class doesn't, and I had it in my head like finance does not take attendance ever. And I was like, yes. All right. Well, I'm going to go to every class up till that first test 3 weeks in. And then if I do well on that, fuck it, I'm out the rest of this semester. And so like 3 weeks in or whatever, first test, I'd been in all those classes, aced it really easy. It was super, super easy. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, awesome. Not that I'm that smart, like everybody did very well. And I was like, fuck this, I'm out. And literally did not go back to that class other than test days. Was killing it on tests. And it gets to be literally the final, like the fucking final for the class. And I sit next to a guy, and I was like, we were like making a little small talk, like, how you doing? He's like, oh, this class is so easy. It's going to be an easy A. And I'm like, yeah, it's been so easy. You're right, dude. Not even having to come, like, it's perfect. And he's like, well, yeah, but like, you don't want to miss out on all the attendance points. And I was like, no, wait, what? He's like, yeah, attendance. Attendance is 10% of your grade. And I was like, no. I looked at it, and yeah, I went from getting like a 94 or something in that class to an 84 or an 85 because I did show up. Or no, you're right.
The first couple of weeks, you should have some.
Yeah, but I don't know how he would have known. He didn't take attendance, but I still passed. But yeah, I was in like a major, like heart sinking, heart palpitating panic when that kid was like, well, you still want the attendance though. So like that. Not a great climax to that story, but that was real, and it was panic.
I climaxed. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, thank you.
I ruined my 60 days.
Now do you feel weak and like a bitch?
Yeah, I do. Fuck, I
shouldn't have come
after coming. Yeah.
Shouldn't have come here.
Yeah, if you could get me that after I leave, I think that's all I want as a guest. I just want your AMSR, if you could.
Yeah. It's extra if you want my slurs version. And it's just racial and sexual slurs whispered sensually to you as you sleep. So yeah, that would probably be the biggest, like, or most stressed out I ever got in a class. Like I sucked ass at Italian, but that was like, I knew I sucked ass at it.
I hated that. I hated French. I took French in college, and I hated that I had to go. I hated that I had to go back and do it because when my initial college that I took told me I tested out of it, and then when I transferred colleges, they made me take it again. But that was the class I had to put the most work into in fucking college because it's all brute memorization. Doesn't matter how smart you are. It doesn't make a single difference. You just have to fucking memorize that shit. I hated that.
I